Are you spending too much time on social media? Specifically, are you spending too much time creating content for social media? I'm Teah Hopper. I'm a social media strategist. I'm the owner of Teah Hopper Consulting, and today I'm going to give you some tips on how to repurpose your content. One of the best ways to maximize the time spent on social media is by repurposing your content. So instead of feeling like we're constantly needing to create more and more content, looking at how we can create less content that's a really high value, and then breaking that piece of content down into 5 or 10 or 15 other pieces of content. So really maximizing our time spent on content and content creation. So you may have heard of this as slicing and dicing, or you may have heard of this as creating snackable content. But the idea is that we're being really smart with how we use our time on social media, and by repurposing that content, whether we repurpose it into a different format or repurpose it on a different social media channel, we're getting more eyes on that content as well. So there's 3 basic steps to follow when it comes to repurposing content. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna create one longer form of original content. So I say longer because it doesn't have to be super long. 3 minutes is considered a long video, so longer piece of content that's original to you. You've created it yourself. So this could look like a video, a blog, a vlog, or a podcast, but it's your own voice, your own ideas, right? One piece of longer form of content. Then from that one piece of content, we're gonna create lots of other content from it. So shorter, bite-sized pieces of content from it. This could look like articles, this could look like memes, graphics, an infographic, just an image, a quote, or even maybe it's just breaking it down into other posts, right? So one longer piece of content, then from that, we're creating shorter, bite-sized pieces of content. And then third step, we're gonna distribute all of that content across different social media channels. So Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Pinterest, LinkedIn, Twitter, all the different channels that are out there, making sure that that content is hitting all of the ones that you're on. So often I see someone take the time to create this great video, and then they put it up on Facebook, and then that's it. And then they feel like they need to go create another video. But instead, we're gonna take that video and create lots of other content from it. So let me give you an example of how I do this personally, okay? So I record a video, just like this one, right? That video is gonna go up on Facebook and YouTube. Then I'm gonna take this video, I'm gonna transcribe it into a blog. And so that blog is gonna go live on my website, and it's actually gonna become a vlog because I'm gonna embed the YouTube video there as well. So now you can either read this or you can hear me, watch me share this information. So now you have both. And then I'm gonna share the link to that vlog on my website to Facebook. And then from there, I'm going to create graphics. I'm gonna break this topic down, how to repurpose content, and I'm gonna come up with 3 or 4 quotes I'm gonna pull from the video and create graphics just from this one piece of content. Then I'm gonna break down the different tips that I'm sharing. I like to call them quick tips, and create graphics that pull out the different tips that I'm sharing here today. So from this one video, I now have a blog. I now have up to probably 10 different images that I have that I can put out on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter. And then lastly, I'm going to use stories to promote this content. So I'm going to use stories, Instagram and Facebook stories, to drive traffic to this content. So you see how this works? From this one video, I now have 10 to 15 different pieces of content, and I'm making sure that I'm putting it out on all the different social media channels that are relevant. Here's a bonus tip for you, is to create evergreen content. So instead of creating content that's only going to be relevant for a few weeks, create content that is going to be relevant for months or even years, okay? So that maybe I create this video, it's relevant today, it's still gonna be relevant a few months from now. I could reshare this 6 months or 12 months from now. So go back and look at what content you've created that's evergreen, that you can repurpose, and go back and look at what content you could just slightly edit to make it evergreen and repurpose that content. So the goal is to extend the life of our content, to come up with really a time-saving system when it comes to creating our content and sharing it out there on the different social media channels, and focusing on creating really valuable content that we can then get creative on how we repurpose it. So I also like to say that you should have a posting plan for every piece of content you create, and that posting plan should be replicable. So you're not always coming up the system over and over again. I create a video, boom, it goes out on 3 different channels. What's next? How do I break it down? Where does that content go? And where is it being distributed? That is how you can really get smart and save time when it comes to social media. So I would love to hear from you. Which of these tips really resonated with you? What is one way you're going to start repurposing content after watching this video? Let me know in the comments, and I will see you next time.